Everyone thinks the Bermuda Triangle is just a myth. They're wrong. Sometimes it demands a chilling sacrifice. December 5, 1945. 5 Avenger torpedo bombers, pristine against the Florida sky, took off from Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale. This wasn't a combat mission, but a routine navigation exercise. Yet, in just a few hours, all 14 men aboard Flight 19 would vanish, swallowed by the vast, indifferent Atlantic. The lead pilot, Lieutenant Charles Carroll Taylor, was no novice. A seasoned combat veteran, he had over 500 flight hours. But on this seemingly ordinary afternoon, something shifted. His voice, clear at first, began to betray confusion over the radio. The first sign of trouble came around 3:45 p.m. Taylor reported compass malfunctions. Both his primary and auxiliary compasses were out. Below them, the familiar Florida Keys seemed to have vanished, replaced by an unsettling, featureless expanse of water. The other pilots, younger and less experienced, relied heavily on Taylor's lead. Their transmissions grew increasingly fragmented, punctuated by static and growing distress. They were flying blind, deep within an area later dubbed the Bermuda Triangle, where the ocean seemed to hold its breath. Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale listened, helpless, as the drama unfolded. Ground control repeatedly tried to guide them, urging them to fly west. But Taylor, convinced he was over the Gulf of Mexico, insisted on flying east, deeper into the open sea. Their last intelligible transmission came around 6:00 p.m. Taylor's final words, before a chilling silence descended, spoke of dwindling fuel and a desperate, confused search for land. Then, nothing. Just the vast, empty ocean. A massive search operation was launched immediately. Planes, ships, and submarines scoured thousands of square miles, yet not a single trace of Flight 19 or its crew was ever found. No wreckage, no oil slick, no life rafts. It was as if they had simply ceased to exist. But the mystery deepened. While the search for Flight 19 was underway, another aircraft, a Martin Mariner flying boat, designated PBM-5, was dispatched to join the effort. This Mariner, with a crew of 13, also vanished that night. Unlike Flight 19, there was a witness to the Mariner's disappearance. A tanker ship reported seeing a sudden explosion in the night sky, followed by a large oil slick on the water. It was assumed the Mariner had exploded due to a fuel vapor issue, a known flaw of the aircraft. However, the Mariner's fate, while tragic, offered no answers for Flight 19. 2 separate disappearances, 27 lives lost, all within a few hours, in the same perplexing region of the Atlantic. It solidified the area's growing reputation for the inexplicable. Over the decades, theories abounded. Everything from magnetic anomalies and rogue waves to extraterrestrial abduction and even time warps was proposed. The allure of the Bermuda Triangle grew, fueled by each unanswered question. The official Navy report initially blamed pilot error on Taylor's part, citing his confusion and decision to fly east. However, Taylor's mother, distraught, fought tirelessly to clear her son's name, arguing that a seasoned pilot wouldn't make such fundamental errors without external influence. The Navy eventually amended its report, stating the cause was unknown. This official admission of bafflement only served to deepen the mystery, lending credence to the idea that something truly extraordinary was at play in that stretch of ocean. For many, the most enduring explanation remains the simplest: extreme weather and human error. The Avengers, while robust, were not designed for extended overwater navigation without clear landmarks. A combination of compass failure, disorientation, and deteriorating weather could lead to such a tragic outcome. Yet the complete lack of wreckage, despite extensive searches and the relatively shallow depth of the continental shelf in some areas, continues to defy conventional explanation. Modern sonar has mapped much of the area, revealing no definitive trace of the 5 aircraft. The families of the lost aviators never received closure. Their loved ones, young men with futures ahead of them, simply vanished into the blue, leaving behind only questions and an enduring sense of loss. The ocean, in its silent embrace, held its secrets tight. Flight 19 remains one of the most iconic and haunting disappearances associated with the Bermuda Triangle. It's a stark reminder that even with advanced technology, the natural world can still present an impenetrable veil, swallowing even the most prepared. The story of Flight 19 isn't just about a lost patrol. It's about the limits of human understanding, the raw power of the sea, and the enduring human desire to find answers where sometimes there are none to be found. Perhaps the true mystery isn't what happened, but why this particular loss continues to resonate so deeply, a silent echo across the vastness of time and water. Next, discover the chilling true story of the Mary Celeste, another ship found adrift with no crew.